Hey, hello. Hello, welcome to the Cruise Amigos.
That's
and
you.
As you can see,
That's you.
we have Ace the cat has joined us. So I'm just going to, if you're watching on playback, hi, welcome to episode 47. And we're going to explain lots of things. Just going to allow a few of our regulars to tune in, who may be watching live on Facebook or live on YouTube. And we're going to explain everything. So, John, how are you?
I am wonderful, considering it was 17 degrees below actual, 40 degrees below wind chill here this morning.
Wow.
Now, does that not conjure up desires to go sailing over the ocean blue? Get me the hell out of here.
Yeah, it doesn't. So if you are watching live with us, we have people watching live, which is great. Please say hi. And we obviously, as you can probably see, now Ace has gone. There is two of us. Myself, Pete from London, and I'm not Chillie, Amigo John from Minnesota.
Sonny, Gretchen, Katie are in the room.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Sonny. Sonny, I've got a question for you coming up a bit later on, Sonny. So please stay in, and I'm going to ask you something. Hi, Gretchen. Hi, Katie. Hi, Sean. Right. Hi, everybody. So we have some explanations to do, don't we, John? Hi, Alison. You know, wonderful. We've got some wonderful people watching. We have some explanations to do. Unfortunately, as you can see, it's not really easy to say, to be honest with you. There's John and myself are here. Unfortunately, Amigo Chillie. There he is. Hi, Chillie. I bet you're going to love that, aren't you? He's going to love me for that, Chillie.
You got the eyebrows so good there. That's really good.
That really is Chillie, isn't it?
Totally.
You know, that is absolutely, yeah. Unfortunately, Amigo Chillie is not able to be with us because obviously people who know that he's fighting the big fight, John, isn't he? And unfortunately is not able to do any more live shows. Hi, Pat. Hi to all, Pat. Hi, Pat. Thanks to be with us. So unfortunately, as I said, this all started way back in, could you believe, April the 25th? April the 25th last year.
The show started April. I thought you were talking about Chillie, and then you said it all started April the 25th. But
yeah, not this one. It's been a long broadcast, wouldn't it? You know, it all started April the 25th. And the Cruise Amigos, as you know, with Chillie, you know, he's fighting a big fight, and he unfortunately has had to pull out of doing the live shows. And he video called me and spoken to you, John, and said, Pete, guys, can you please replace him, you know? So fine. Chillie, we replace you with Ace the cat, as you probably saw.
He doesn't talk either. That didn't work. He just bites me.
Chillie, you know, the Cruise Amigo show is all about Amigo Pete, Amigo John, and Amigo Chillie. You know, sometimes people are not replaceable, you know. So just to let everybody know, we got an announcement to make about support report coming up as well. And we also, as far as the Cruise Amigo show is, we are going to be taking a break from the Cruise Amigos live broadcasts. And we're not, you know, and hopefully we'll be back at some point, you know, in the future. So I wanted to we wanted to say a big thank you, first of all, to everybody who has been with us on this journey. You know, it's been an amazing journey from April, hasn't it, John?
Yeah, it's literally almost a year, and it has been so much fun. And we have met people from everywhere. I mean, and to have, I mean, what are the chances of having Sue on from the London, you know, writer with the London Times and the things that we've talked about in exchange, and then to have, you know, to learn everything about Scotland and to just be just talking about it with friends, you know, like over coffee. I mean, it's like just an awesome thing, you know.
Over coffee. Cheers.
Pete, of course, his coffee seems to affect people a little more than my coffee does.
It does. It really does. So I thought what we would do today, we wanted to let everybody know, first of all, that this will be our last live broadcast for a while, and we're not sure what's going to happen in the future, and hopefully we will be back. But we wanted to celebrate, to be honest with you, the 47 episodes. Wow.
Unbelievable.
I mean, madness. I mean, how has everybody stuck with us all this time? I mean, I've got to give everybody a huge yes, it's a teacup, John. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've got to give everyone a lot of credit. And so this started, could you believe, as I said, April the 25th. This was us. We did our YouTube show, didn't we, John? Yeah.
Yep.
We did a few tests with different versions to see what we could do. And we did a Zoom test, first of all, to see where we could go live using Zoom. And we were sex bombed. In the middle of it, we got sex bombed, didn't we?
Yep.
It was, it was a bit of a coincidence because you happened to have disappeared at that time, John. And it was me and Chillie there. We're thinking, we're hearing this heavy breathing noises and we're going, what the hell is that? But that was our first ever episode.
Wow.
Us way back. Obviously, we were in lockdown.
If you hold right there, you've got behind you, you've got the British Parliament. Chillie's got a turtle underwater somewhere in the Bahamas, but that picture behind me is Schloss Charlottenburg in Berlin. That's one of the banquet hall dance floors in a castle in Berlin. So we all had international things behind us there. So
we did. Yeah. Are you complaining, Pete, or bragging? Katie, hi Katie. Need to have a weekly guest spot. Yeah, great episodes. We get some. Thanks, Sonny.
Thank you, Sonny.
Bright sun shone through. Yeah, thank you. So, what I've done is I've taken a few screenshots from the YouTube stuff that we have done just to go through an idea of what it was, just to celebrate our time, really, and and this was, could you believe, our second episode. You can see Jonathan Fletcher, Justin's there as well, and we were talking about, should there be no more single supplements to help kickstart cruising? That was episode 2 of our show. And then episode 3, we had our first.
We thought we'd be cruising right away. We thought it'd be like 60 days and we'd be back in the game, right?
Yeah, we absolutely did. We thought, okay, then we needed to get a next episode, an individual guest on, and us. We're thinking, who can we get as a guest? There's got to be someone we get in a guest who would be either stupid enough or crazy enough, or probably wonderful enough to actually give their time to join this, the brand new show. I mean, who will we? And there,
Emma was there. Oh man, yeah.
The lovely Emma cruises. Cruising isn't just for old people. It was. John, can you explain what you're doing there?
Well, I was trying to social distance. Emma had not. What do they call it? Quarantined herself before the show. So I had to social distance.
Yeah. And, I'm kind of suited and booted, aren't I? You know what I mean?
Well,
I thought of Emma, if the legend, and she is a legend.
She is a legend. She's doing so well, and we are so proud. One day we'll say we knew her when. So,
the legend Emma Cruises, was our first individual guest on our show, and that was just fantastic. Yeah. And our next guest was a school friend of mine. Now, yes, he's a comedian, as you can see.
Yeah.
Jeff Stevenson is a comedian. Yeah. And he worked on cruise ships, but he's actually been nominated for lots of acting awards recently from different, which is absolutely incredible. So Jeff Stevenson, if you ever remember a show called Bugsy Malone, he was one of the stars of the kids' film Bugsy Malone with Jodie Foster. So Jeff came on our show and had us in stitches, which is wonderful. And our next show, we had the wonderful Nate talking about Alaska.
He does tours in Alaska, right? Does tours.
Yeah. And we went live from Alaska, and it was amazing. Amazing that we could go live from Alaska. We've got another comment here. Hi, Tyler.
Tyler, hey, thanks for stopping in today. Thank you.
Yeah, we're just saying, Tyler, that unfortunately, because Chillie is no longer able to do live shows, Tyler, that this is going to be our live broadcast for a little while. I thought Pete was I'm not funny. I wish. I'm not funny. People don't see comedians, comedians people laugh with. People laugh at me, So it's sad times really, Tyler, at the moment. We're just going through all the shows. We've done 47 live shows, could you believe? This is our 47th. And our next show, John, was a show you're familiar with.
Oh, Chuck Schumacher, the infamous.
Yes.
They just did a big article on him out in the beach papers out along the coast there, Manhattan Beach, Redondo Beach, everything, bringing back the memories of the famous bands that used to play up and down the beach 30 years ago, 40 years ago. Yep.
And of course, Chuck from the Beaker Street Blues.
Yep.
The Beaker Street
Blues Band. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Fantastic. Yeah. So what a guest. And then I know from Outside Agents, the boss, Dan Crutchfield.
Yeah. 4,000. He's got 4,000 travel agents that are working their butt off trying to reschedule people and deal with the cruise lines when they're not giving refunds. And he is working harder. He said, I didn't think I'd have to work so hard. And they're working harder than they've ever worked as they're trying to renegotiate and keep people, in the circle for when the cruise lines start again. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that's incredible, isn't it? 4,000 travel agents working for him. And that's I'm talking to travel.
They work for themselves. What? He's just the consolidator that all of the bookings and money work through. So
understood. And talking to travel agents, we had the lovely Eileen from Halstead Travel Service, an independent travel expert in the UK, who came on our show. And Eileen spent the whole summer in the daytime refunding everyone, and in the evening trying to get some new bookings, and of course lost all her commissions. And she's still going.
What refund also means is that all the work that they did arranging all of the things for you means their commission got wiped out. Each refund means the commission got pulled back.
Yeah. So. And she just did a wonderful job doing that. This is Eileen from Halstead Travel Services, which is ironically because my sister and her husband live in Halstead in Essex. So so if you want to put, if you are, speak to Eileen, she's a wonderful lady. And our next word, we had Kim and Rachel, the wonderful Kim, travel agent for Expedia, I think, and Rachel, who works for Royal Caribbean.
Yes.
Talking. So look at Chillie's face, happy there, yeah. And our next guest we had Julie, the wonderful Julie.
Julie, yes.
Now,
she was
a dancer on the old cruise line, the Oceanic, I think it was. Yeah. Now I had to use that photograph. If Julie's watching, she's going to kill me. But you can see. Juicy Julie, it said. I raided her Facebook, I raided Julie's Facebook and found the photographs of her. Now, Julie's famous on a couple of UK shows. She in filming on Holby City, show I was involved with for a long time, in EastEnders, making cakes for all the cast and crew. When she goes on there, she makes cakes for the cast and crew and all the supporting artists. And but she was a dancer way back, But Look at Chillie's face. He's enjoying that photograph, isn't he? Poor Julie's embarrassed. I'm laughing my head off, and you're like, "What is going on there?" Yeah, wonderful. And then Gavin and Luke.
Yes.
Gavin and Luke have got some wonderful videos. Of their onboard experiences on YouTube. They really have, and just have a look at their videos. P&O, MSC, all of them, and they're great guys, and they come on our show. They've got the palm tree behind them, Chillie's having fun as well. And the beauty about Chillie, by the way, everybody, is that the reason why we have so many incredible guests on our show. Because, you know, why do they want to appeal on the who are the Cruz Amigos? Who are we? You know, it's because of Chillie. Because of Chillie was the one who went out there. We almost had Dr. Fauci on. Dr. Fauci wanted to come on our show and he got blocked.
That close.
That close to Dr. Fauci. That's way back. Way back. Dr. Fauci wanted to come on our show, not because of us, because of Chillie organising it, yeah? And then we got to meet the wonderful Sue Bryant, cruise editor, cruise editor of the Sunday Times and the Times. And she and Sue, you know, Sue's been on our show a few times. She's been a massive supporter of our show, and you know, to have someone like Sue on our show is just incredible, isn't it, John?
It was.
It really is. I've got to scroll down now.
Chillie, by the way, folks, Chillie had her on his own show too. He just the two of them. Just seriously talk. You know, we had a lot of fun. Yeah. The two of them had a lot of serious conversations back and forth. Really good. Really good.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you know, and then Janine, yeah, the River Cruise Queen.
Yeah.
I mean, how wonderful is that? You know, and her wonderful stories.
Yeah.
You know, an award-winning cruise writer, and Janine has been on our show a number of times because of John. You know, it's absolutely incredible. It really is. You know, and going through, and then we had Pam Hoffey, Pam Hoffey, Avalon Waterways. You know, CEO Avalon Waterways, come on our show, and again, Chillie. You know, she's one of the top people in the industry. And I remember speaking to Pam, and we spoke to her, and she said, she goes, actually, I didn't get a chance to research you guys. And I said, actually, that's probably why you're on our show, Pam, because you don't know. Otherwise, if you researched us, you wouldn't be there. Who are you? You know? Yeah, but Chillie makes us out to be up there. These amazing guys, Cruz Amigos show, yeah. And then we had a chap going on. He's telling all his friends. He goes, I'm going to be on these guys' shows. I'm really looking forward to it. Shane Riley from Virgin Voyages.
Oh yes,
the main marketing man. You know, I mean, and Shane. I mean, you know, Virgin Voyages. I got to go on the Scarlet Lady in Dover for a night. I got invited. The first time I've ever been invited onto a ship, by the way. Of course, it didn't go anywhere. Just typical. I've not been on one since either. In Dover, you know, in February when it was freezing cold and the blizzard blowing, you know, and of course Virgin Voyages have never cruised. You know, they're probably going to have all three of their ships.
Welcome cruise, right?
Yeah, to invite you. But Shane, well, you know, when you listen to Shane talk about Virgin Voyages, you know, you just want to go on that on their ships. You know, you really do. And for the top man, you know, Shane has been. You know, he's been on the island with Richard Branson. I have to admit, I did embarrass Shane because I showed a load of embarrassing Richard Branson photos. I apologise, Shane, for doing that. But to have a wonderful Shane Riley from Virgin Voyages on our show, absolutely incredible. And then, you know, we got introduced to this wonderful lady from Alaska.
Yeah.
Lady from Alaska. You know, what can I say? You know, we were recommended. You know, and she, you know, when you look up the things that she does, I see her blogs talking about going, through Alaska. You know, she's got the bear spray when she's walking around.
She was horseback riding like last week. We're down here in 17 below, and she's out comfortably horseback riding in Alaska.
You know,
tell me why I live here.
You know, and we got to meet her wonderful. We got to meet her wonderful mum on a show as well, which is just incredible, you know. And then we went. I just checked these couple of comments very quickly. Alison, you did some great shows, one or two, and you were on them, buddy, Alison. And Nancy, thanks for the memories. I have to go. Hope to see you not in the future. Best wishes to all the healing for Chillie. Thank you, Nancy. Really appreciate that. Now. And then we were live on board a cruise ship, the Katarina line.
Wasn't that board? Something? Not only on one, we walked between a couple of them.
Yeah. I mean, it was just wonderful, wasn't it? know, wonderful Daniel, you know, from Katarina Cruise Line in Croatia. They look amazing. They really do. And then we had the wonderful Ernest on, yeah? Ernest, cruise director for Azarama Cruise Line, yeah? But he was a star in Starlight Express. The star in Starlight Express, yeah? Played the main part, and there he is, you know? You got, look, I'm not sure what you got behind you there, John. Cards, isn't it? By the looks of it. You know, what wonderful. And then, you know, what can I say about this next guest? Shelby. you know, obviously working in the cruise industry for years, but Shelby, can you imagine going on a cruise with Shelby and her gang?
I don't think it was any time to sleep. It seemed like she goes 24 hours a day, that lady.
She's in the energy she has, you know, such a wonderful lady, and they're going to be amazing cruise. She organizes group cruise for solos, yeah, Travel.fun, and they're just going to be incredible cruises, yeah. And then we had around the corner from you, John.
Oh yes, great. Scott Hennon up at Lake of the Woods in Baudette, and they are having a bizarre, meaning good, an incredible season of fishing through hard water. This winter, they're out on the ice. They've actually created, because Americans, you know, can't go through Canada to get up to their cabins up in the Northwest Angle. They've created a 23-mile ice road, and it's being graded every day and taken care of. And so you get on the ice in Baudette, and you end up on the Northwest Angle, which is 20 square miles or so of land up on that little tit that's up there in the, you know, on the map. And so they are maintaining an ice road, and that will be there till spring now. Of course, some days it blows over with snow, but there's reporters along the way, and they have cameras, and they tell you if it's safe to drive to the other end or safe to come down from the other end. So what an operation he has up there. See, I know him from when he was literally a 10-year-old kid selling you minnows off the dock. And now, you know, I'm 67, I'm 70.
And the rest.
So he has got to be 53, 54 years old now, you see. Wow. And he runs the whole operation. His dad just kind of sits around and talks to the guests and stuff. But, you know, what an operation the family has there. And it's a family-run business, and they will really take good care of you up there if you want to come and do a little within the continent kind of experience. So
fantastic. Wow. And then, complete opposite, Patrick from Rude Boys Spirits, yeah? With all the amazing rum that they've made, you know, what a man. You know, so chilled, so laid back. Patrick, I never did get your rum, by the way. I was hoping to get a bottle of rum, and I never did get it, unfortunately. But wow, learning all about the incredible rum, you know. And they tested, they did the first test on a cruise ship. That's what they did to test it, you know. You know, incredible Rude Boy Spirits, incredible rum that they, and the story he told us, you know, about the Cuba and everything else is just, you know, going back all the years, is just incredible. And then we had our little task force. We brought a little task force on talking about.
Oh, so many were on that day. Yeah, who?
Yeah, wow. Talking about the future of cruising and all kinds of things, you know, incredible. And then here, I'm not sure what we were doing on this one, to be completely honest with you. I don't think we had any plans, you know. I think we just went live to see what happened. And it was probably, no, I know what it was. It was me talking about my first ever cruise.
Oh, this was the 30 minutes to get on the boat. This is where that came from. 30 minutes. He tells the story about his first cruise, and it was 30 minutes before we got to the dock. That's what it was.
Are we on the boat yet? Yeah, the Emerald Princess, about 5 years ago, my first ever cruise. Yeah. And then Chillie came up with that classic line, didn't it? You know, you've been talking for 30 minutes, Pete, and you're not even on the boat yet.
You're not to the boat yet.
You know, and that classic one-liner, it really was. I was like, no, I haven't. You know, and then we started getting into the support of port stuff, you know, where the wonderful Melissa, you know, from Cruise Shop Save came on talking about, you know, what we're going to try and do with support of port. And we then had our first fundraiser for Whittier in Alaska.
Yeah, Kelly up there.
Yeah, and we raised, we raised $130 for their food bank, and we got 6 of their kids really nice Christmas presents.
Yeah, you should talk remember though, that's half of it. That was for the food bank, and then another half was for the kids. So
it was
a lot of money altogether. So,
and and lady found the kids that that needed it. We went specifically to the right kids that might not get as good a Christmas as possible, because in Whittier there's about what 300, 400 people living there, something like that. But most of them, you got to have over 100 plus kids. It's incredible. I can't remember the exact numbers now. It's incredible. And they all live in an old army barracks, like a block of flats. And Whittier is just stunning in Alaska. And of course, they've had no cruises, absolutely none. And you got Kelly from the Lazy Otter Cafe. So if you ever do get to Whittier, the Lazy Otter Cafe, I think the only cafe there, pop in and get a hot chocolate. It's wonderful. So that's what we did. And yeah, this is the episode we had absolutely no plan, John. We just went live. What we're going to talk about. Now, just to let everybody know that, we were totally professional on this show. We plan everything. We have meetings beforehand. We discuss it all, and then we script it. Then we know exactly what we're going to do. Not
literally to the word.
Yeah. We literally go live and go, what are we going to say? We never plan it apart from uploading photos. And when I upload photos, I never tell you and Chillie what's going to happen either, and we just make it up as we go along. So we don't plan anything we do. And we actually went live on that show with absolutely no plan. Let's see what happens, And then, we had the wonderful Martin from Martin's Holiday.
Martin, our largest donor. Thank you, Martin.
Martin, this wonderful chap here, donated $100 out of his own money, towards the kids as well for Whittier. Wonderful chap. And he runs his own Martin's Holiday Village, and if you want to book a holiday, another wonderful guy to talk to. So what a wonderful, generous person. Sorry there. Then we had our Merry Xmas show, Christmas. Getting in the Christmas spirit, as you can see. Then we had our Christmas party. We invited some wonderful guests on there. Then we had our Happy New Year, which is wonderful. We then did Qatar. We did Qatar. Yeah.
Yeah, now, those guys were great. They actually are there, ready to take you on a tour of the harbor and the mountains nearby and everything. And Allison, of course, had been there, so she had her own view of the tours that you can take right there.
Absolutely. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to update everybody on Support with Qatar and Andres as well. And so Sunny, I want to get a yes or a no from you on that one as well, Sunny, if you're still watching or listening. And of course, not all the shows were from the London show. Going to go back for a few other shows that we did on Virginia, because we had the wonderful Emily live with us. Action girl, isn't she?
Oh my goodness. I think her and Lady Mora have to compete for the Wonder Woman show of the year, because both of them are just so active out there and in the water and climbing, and unbelievable.
Incredible. And of course we had our girls' night out in Edinburgh.
Yeah. That was
Rona and Alison talking about wonderful times in Edinburgh. And do you know what? That show got more viewers than any other show we done.
Well,
which is incredible, And of course, we also had the wonderful on the Majestic Line in Scotland, talking about Ken Grant from the Majestic Line, a small cruise line cruising around Scotland. It looks incredible.
And what are the odds it's owned by a doctor who's an immunologist?
There we go.
Let's see, where should we cruise? Well, let's pick a line that knows and cares something about this virus that's with us. How about this one?
Absolutely. And I said to have these wonderful cruise lines come on our show, and from great Variety Cruise Line.
Oh, Constantine. Yeah, remember that one. Yeah.
Coming on live from Greece, based in Athens,
They're brother and sister, as I recollect.
They were, and they loved watching our show, and to have, and again, looking at the ships and looking at the cruises that they do around the Greece islands, they're just absolutely spectacular. They really are, they really. And then, I mean, also, I have to do the show we did last week. There we go. There we go.
Chillie looks like a turkey in a rainstorm.
It doesn't see just. You're like, what's going on? You know,
You do too. You look like a turkey in a rainstorm.
Yeah. You know, it's just wonderful. I'm just going to go for, I mean, you know, their potato chili, a wonderful potato chili, Potato John, and of course, Potato Me, the cruise potatoes. That was down to Emma again, you know, down to Emma again. Got a few little that rum, great. Oh, you bought some, Sonny. I'm gonna have Sonny. Have a quick word with you in a second, actually. Katie, Sonny's the same. The cruise Amigos from Amigo Chillie. My thanks for all your support over the past year. Sorry I'm unable to broadcast for a while, but hope one day to see us all back together. Absolutely, Chillie. That's why we're going to take a break. We're going to take a break, and hopefully we can all come back together at some point. You know, and I'm sure we will do. And Sonny, I just want to talk very, very quickly about, as you know, we do support. And just to let everybody know that support, unfortunately, we are going to have to bring the financial side of support to an end, purely because we've not been able to get people to the wider cruising community are just not embracing it or just not getting it. You know, they're really not. But we have our wonderful people who have been so generous have actually donated. So what we would like to do, Sonny, if that's okay with you, because we have spoken to everyone else as well. Let me find, where is it? I need to find this task force. Right. What we want to do, Sonny, if it's okay, just say yes, is that we got quite a lot of fun. We got not a lot of funds, but we got fun for various reports. Bits here, bits there, bits whatever it is, yeah. But nowhere near enough to do anything, for those ports, to be honest with you. So if it's okay with you, Sonny, we had no, not scattering alarm. Where are they? Task force, Melissa. I know where you are. What we did, we had the wonderful Andreas on our show from Qatar, with one of his guys. Now Qatar is absolutely needed cruising. They were ready for a great cruise season last year. It just didn't happen. So what we'd like to do is, if it's okay with you, Sonny, as well, that all the remaining funds, we'll put them together, and whatever's left after, we will talk to Andreas and see if we can get it to Andreas in Qatar for himself and his people, who are probably not going to get many cruises at the moment. And everybody I talk to says Qatar is probably one of the most amazing places to cruise to, the most beautiful places to cruise to. It really is, I know for a fact that obviously, where is it? Gavin and Luke are massive fans, and so is Addison as well. So that's what we would like to do. I haven't spoken to them as well. Sonny, you are a star. Sonny is incredible. She's been so generous as well, and she did some work for us as well, on some things to help us with it, and at her own free time, So, Sonny, we would talk to Andreas and see what he says and see what we can do for that. So today's show is really about celebrating the episodes we've had, thanking our amazing guests that have come on our show, but really thanking the people that have been with us this whole time, John, isn't it? They're the real stars. Everybody who's been with us, it's just incredible. And I think we want to say a big thank you to them, John, don't we?
It's been fun. I mean, it's really, I can't believe that almost a year has gone by. And now, as we look back over the guests and then the shows that didn't have guests, but we had a fun time. And, it's just terrible that in this crazy, busy world that we have, of course, you also need to know that within the week cycle between shows, that we did have as many as 15,000 views. And if you think about it, think of a stadium full of 15,000 people. I mean, that's just an incredible thing. So it's completely a different mindset.
Yeah.
You know, when we're doing stuff, you know, because when I was doing radio, you know, sometimes there'd be 30,000 people on one show that I was doing every morning. You had 30,000 people out there that were right there reacting with you. And, you know, when my show was over, the phone would ring off the hook. So you had this feeling of like being in a church and you were on the pulpit and there's your listeners. And all of a sudden now, like with my hemp show, nobody listens to my hemp show when I'm doing it live. But within the course of the next 24 hours, it gets up to 400 views. But it's just a completely different way to present programming to people. So you have to, you know, it's like, how can you be funny when nobody's listening? It's just a completely different world that we live in now as we deliver content to our guests. So thank you so much. This has been a year of education for me and learning. And sometimes, you know, you just want to throw the microphone at the wall and you're going, this isn't worth it. And then all of a sudden, you know, what's your name? No, Pete gives us the numbers and it's like 10,000 people watched the show. Are you crazy? Because, you know, there was nobody there. So it's just amazing. It's just amazing.
Do you know something? It's actually very difficult to do a live broadcast as well. I mean, for instance, you know, there's Ben and David. You know, these are presenters who, you know, they were a different level, John. You know, 50,000 views on YouTube. Great guys. You know, they've got an amazing audience, and they went live on the same time that we go live. Could you believe? And Shane Riley from Virgin Voyages were one of their guests, and they just done 1 or 2 shows, and they've given up already because they weren't getting the viewage. And they couldn't understand why. You know, it's a really hard thing to do.
It's a new world that people. It's not like the Ed Sullivan Show or whatever your big Sunday night show was in Europe, but people just aren't going to say, "Hey, the show is on. Pop the popcorn, sit down. We're all going to listen." Now it's like I'm going to catch it when I want, whether it's waiting for the train or literally in the bathroom. I mean, whatever time that they have to watch it is on my time now. Not coming together like we all did for the Johnny Carson show at 10:30 at night or the Ed Sullivan show at 6 o'clock Sunday nights. So it's a complete, and I talk about this in my business world, you know, you just got to rethink how you're presenting content. And it is so hard for the presenters because, and you see it in America on the 10:30 talk shows that are the replacement for what was Johnny Carson for 30 years, because the guy's throwing jokes out where he's used to 200 people in the studio laughing back at him. And they're going, geez, I thought that was a funny joke, you know, but you don't get energy from 15 staff people going, geez, I've heard it 4 times. I guess I should laugh now, but it's just not the same energy. And it's a different world.
Well, we'd like to thank, I mean, every single one of you who watched the shows. My dear friend, who you know who you are, who you've been there from the beginning, watching it. She knows who she is, I'm not going to name anybody. I'll get killed otherwise.
Even people who wrote letters that said Reitmeyer should be fired. I even love you. So.
Yeah, well, I got so many of those letters, to be honest with you, John. You know, I really did. You know, and you know, like I said, all our guests who have been amazing. All the admins that allowed. We've been banned from so many groups, by the way, because I shared it everywhere. I mean, ban us. You know, we've been banned, but quite a few of the admins have been great. So the admins, if you're still watching after this, you're actually watching the show. That's incredible. Thank you for that. You know, it really has been a special time. And with support, by the way, we've got the page there. The page is not going to go anywhere. You know, if anyone has any ideas how we can't get involved, unfortunately, with the financial side of things, trying to raise funds. There are costs to do that, and it's just not worked. And we can't keep begging for money. But if anybody has any ideas about what maybe we can do some stuff with support and support the ports in a different way, about shows, about what we've done with them, about what facilities have, let us know. We're always open for stuff like that, you know, and it's just been a wonderful time, John. So I think before we say our goodbye, our au revoirs, adios, hasta luego, we would say. Hasta luego is the word, yeah? I mean, we're using StreamYard system.
But hasta luego is goodbye forever. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say hasta mañana.
hasta luego. See you soon, isn't it?
Hasta
Hasta-
mañana.
Hasta luego. See you soon. Yeah.
No, that's not my understanding. Hasta luego is goodbye forever.
No, I think it's see you
Okay,
soon.
where's our Spanish people? Come on.
Yeah. Okay. But we've been, and again, as we've been doing this system StreamYard has been evolving all the time. Yeah. So they always say try to leave on a high. I don't know if this is going to work, John. So bear with me. But if this works, I'm going to give this a go and see what happens. Yep.
For a song and dance, I have my rubber ducky, and I'm always prepared to sing "Rubber Ducky, you're the one. You make bath time
lots of fun. Rubber ducky, I'm awfully fond of you. You. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
I keep my rubber ducky with me at all times.
Wow. What can I say? Oh, it's gone. So, John, thank you everybody for watching. You've been wonderful. Chillie, we are with you, my friend.
You.
From the Cruz Amigos. See you soon, yeah?